Thanks all of you. Please take your seats. We're going to have something exciting next. Since now all of you have get your graduation certificate, now we are going to have some relaxing moments. I was told by some students earlier that they have prepared something to show us. So now the stage is for their performance. Let's welcome the Portugal students first. They are bringing us a reciting. Welcome to Portugal. Let's welcome him. To show us the best of him, they are preparing very nervously. Now here they are.
Hello, we are the Portuguese delegation, and welcome to Portugal! We come from 3 different cities. Huawei, Leiria, and Lisbon. Our country has 3,000 hours of sun per year, and 850 kilometers of splendid beaches. Portuguese people are known for their friendliness and kindness. In moments of happiness or sadness, we are always ready to extend a helping hand to those who need it. We love to have fun and love to bring everybody else into our party. But our music, which is immaterial patrimony of humanity, is about feelings of longing, of faithfulness and melancholy. Fado is a strong music that we like to share with everyone. So, as we say in Portugal, be silent and listen to the fado. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for our Portugal students to bring us their lives in Portugal. Next, we are going to welcome students from Denmark to bring us fun facts about Denmark. Let's welcome.
Okay, so as everybody know here, Denmark is a really small country. But we thought we'd share a bit of funny things about Denmark with you guys, so we all have a bit something to present to you all. So let's start. Okay, I would like to tell you a little bit about how flat a country Denmark is. In Denmark, we have a place we call the Himmelbjerg. Directly translated, that means the sky mountain. Well, it should be said that Denmark is pretty flat. So this mountain, as we call it, is about 147 meters, which is not that much. It's about a quarter of the size of the tallest building here in Shenzhen. So to compare, yeah, maybe it's a bit of an overstatement. Yes.
Hello, so I will tell a little bit about the Danish coastline. As you might know, in Denmark we have a lot of water, a lot of sea. So actually we have 7,300 kilometers of coastline. So that means nowhere in the country you can be further away from the sea than 50 kilometers. So we try to compare this to the Chinese wall. And actually, if we compare it, we take the wall in total with all the smaller parts and the main part of the wall, then the wall is 3 times longer than the Danish coastline.
Yes. I don't know if all of you know the Faroe Islands, but yeah, it's a tiny country that belongs to Denmark, which consists of 18 islands and is located in the Atlantic Ocean. A funny fact about the Faroe Islands is that the population is only about 15,000 people. It's 50,000 people, and that there are 2 times as many sheep compared to the total population of the islands.
The Danish monarchy is the oldest monarchy in the world. Our queen can trace her lineage more than 1,000 years back to the Viking kings, Gorm the Old and Harald Bluetooth. Yes, Bluetooth is named after Harald Bluetooth, and the logo is HB, written in runic signs, which was the original Viking written language.
Is this on? Many of you probably know the very famous and ancient terracotta army with the 8,000 clay soldiers here in China. Well, we Danes, we are a bit more reserved than that, and we only have one stone warrior. And his name is Holger Danske. In English, it's Orgiel the Dane. And he was beneath the Danish castle Kronborg, which is the same castle that's in the brilliant Shakespeare play Hamlet. So the law about Orgiel the Dane is that when Denmark is in a very dire situation, he will rise up and defend the Danish country.
Denmark is a great country to visit as a tourist. Still, it's quite rare to actually see a tourist in Denmark, and you might think that this is because of our high living expenses or quite nationalistic foreign policy. But in fact, it's because they're all just hanging out at the Little Mermaid. And not because she's a good entertainer, but because she is in fact quite small, so you have to wait your turn to actually get a glimpse of her.
So, in Denmark we have our beloved neighbor, Sweden. But in the past we've had a pretty complicated relationship. We have actually been to war 21 times, usually fighting over Norway. This meant that we had to implement a law that allowed any Dane to shoot any Swede trying to cross the sea between Denmark and Sweden called Øresund when it's frozen. However, since we Danes are not allowed to obtain weapons, this law is technically of no use.
Okay, so now I don't have that. Okay, great. So thank you. Okay, so we have a bit of a less complicated relationship with Canada, but there is still a bit of complication because there's a small island between Greenland and Canada called Hansø, and both countries kind of think it's ours. So what's happening is that when the Danish army get there, they race into the island and they raise the Danish flag and they put a bottle of Danish liquor in the island.
And when the Canadians get there, they take the bottle of Danish liquor and put up the Canadian flag, and they put up a bottle of Canadian whiskey on the island for the Danish soldiers to take the next time around.
Okay. Hello everybody. In case you didn't notice, I'm too dark to be Dane, so yeah, I'm actually coming from Greece. I'm only studying in Denmark for a couple of 2 years, and I'm going to share my impressions of Denmark so far. And actually the first one is that all of them are great English speakers, and I assume that when I meet all of them, I mean, I've never met a Dane who can actually speak English. And my second impression of Denmark is actually the pretty close power gap that they have in their social structure. And what I mean by that is, for example, you can actually see the crown prince and the princess driving their kids to the kindergarten with the bikes. And it's actually, this is amazing because you don't actually need any further titles or introductions in order to speak to somebody. So this is actually something that I really enjoy and admire in Denmark.
Okay, so if Nick says that he's too dark to be Dane, then I guess your guess is right as well. I'm also from Ghana, and I'm Gabriel. I'm an international student as Nick. So I'll talk about two things I've noticed about Denmark. First of all, I have to talk about the weather because I'm from Africa, and I'm from a temperature averaging 28 degrees, and I get to Copenhagen in August, and I was just met by a strong, cold temperature, and they told me, oh, we're actually in summer. I said, wow, is this summer? So if you are going to Denmark, you have to put on so many jackets. The other thing is they are wonderful bike culture. 9 out of 10 Danes own a bike, so it's like there are actually traffic for bicycles on the lanes, and when the streets get snow, they actually clear the bicycle lanes before the vehicle lanes, so they place a lot of importance on the bike. So next time you are going to Denmark, you might want to get a bike before going. And finally, I'll say Danes are great people, and they are very entertaining and nice to be with, so you might want to try to go there one day. Thank you.
Thank you so much for introducing us the fun facts about Denmark. Thank you. Next, let's welcome Australian students to bringing us sing and dance with a very sweet name, I Love You.
Hello everybody. We are the Australians. We'd like to thank Huawei for the awesome opportunity. We've had an awesome time in China. We'd like to perform a dance we've learned called Cowboy on the Run by a really famous Chinese singer called Jay.
Continue.
Thank you very much for your wonderful performance and bringing us your mentoring and calligraphy. Thank you. Hello. Thanks all of you. We have had a so happy time this afternoon. And now, sorry. Thanks all of you. We will have a so happy time this afternoon. And now time is bringing our closing ceremony to a very near end. And I would like to thank and congratulate you all again for your enthusiasm and dynamism during these 2 weeks. We have been really delighted to have you in this program, and hopefully you have really enjoyed it. Thanks again for your commitment. At the same time, I would like to thank all the guests joining us today. Mr. Chris Yost, Dr. Susie Robinson, and other guests from Australia universities, and Mr. Miguel Frasquillo, Mr. Miguel Malaskis, and other guests from Denmark and Portugal, as well as Russia. And I would like to thank all the people who were involved in the organization of this program, including our leaders, Mr. Alfredo and Miss Vivian Zhao, and all our Huawei companies, all of our mentors of Huawei universities, and all of our receptionists. You have did really great job. Before we going to say goodbye, we would like invite you for lunch. Food and drinks, especially ducks, will be served very soon. Hope you have enjoyed your dinner and bon appetit. Thank you.